New at 6, a first alert for investigation into water and sewer bills in St. Louis. Some residents say they're being charged for water they don't use.
MSD is pushing back on that, saying the system actually saves customers money. Here's First Alert 4 investigator David Emilotti.
These homes down here are magnificent.
Cheryl Glass says Benton Park has changed a lot.
Most of these homes are occupied by one, maybe two people.
Neighbors come and go.
These are homes, though, that had families in them a generation ago.
Perhaps. And, you know, some of them were multi-families. At one point in time, mine was a 4-family.
From loading the dishes, running the wash machine, just pouring a cup of water. Cheryl says she and thousands of other city water users are paying too much because they are billed on an estimate, not how much water they actually use.
I am pissed because St. Louis City unmetered residents pay Metropolitan Sewer District twice what unmetered residents pay. I feel I can prove that.
First Alert 4 Investigates found the bills are based on a formula 70 years old.
And all one needs to do is simply divide what we're being charged for each room, each bathroom, each toilet by the water rate.
The latest city data shows there are almost 13,000 metered accounts. There are almost 82,000 users without, and Cheryl says paying thousands of dollars more for water they don't use.
Neither of the utilities can tell me how much does a metered user in a home similar size to mine, occupied by two people, pay.
I think it's a ripoff, too.
Mark DeLaurent owns 4 properties, 3 in the county and 1 in the city. He says his smaller city home's MSD sewer bill is nearly double that of his larger Brentwood home with a pool.
City House has the exorbitant price.
He says it's hitting lower income city residents the hardest, bringing in millions of extra dollars for MSD.
Over years and years and years, it's a lot of money that they've been running away with.
This thing is a cash cow.
Matt Katroba is a retired mechanical engineer. He says for the water division to install meters for some 81,000 users, it would cost $240 million. He says the meters are not installed on purpose.
If they were to truly meter most of the residents in the city, it would be difficult for them to show how they could charge as much as they do for water usage and for sewer usage.
To get answers, I went straight to the top and sat down with Mayor Kara Spencer.
If you metered all these houses tomorrow, do you think the water usage would meet the estimates that are currently being billed? Or do you think it would be less water, meaning less revenue into the city?
I think it would run the gamut, right? I mean, we know that the overall money that we're taking in right now is less than the money it costs to provide water.
Spencer, who before serving as mayor, worked for Consumers Council Missouri, an advocacy group tackling utility rates, among other things, that introduced Spencer to city residents dealing with these costs.
In fact, most residents pay higher sewer bills than water bills. For many residents, makes a pretty big burden on a household.
Mayor Spencer says St. Louis water is among the cheapest in the country. Part of the reason, Mayor says, the city's water division is running in the red. The city is dealing with $12 million in unpaid bills since COVID and major infrastructure issues. So covering $240 million in water meters, she says, is unlikely.
We are projected to run out of funds in just a couple of years, in which case we would be upside down, and that would be disastrous for our city. Our water department is one of the most important assets that our city has.
The Metropolitan Sewer District was unable to speak on camera, but in an email defends its system. The agency says for metered customers, bills are based on actual water use during the winter months, then averaged out over the year. For unmetered customers, MSD says it has no choice but to use home attributes like bathrooms and showers to estimate water use. MSD says the numbers show unmetered bills are not wildly out of line and says rates for unmetered customers actually dropped by 1% this year. A spokesperson told First Alert 4 Investigates MSD Project Clear periodically updates estimates, and if a customer installs a water meter, we immediately use that data to set the water bill. Back in her South City home, Cheryl Glass says that just doesn't make sense. And still, it's all based on a formula from 70 years ago.
I keep pushing. I keep pushing.
She says the city could have solved this for a lot cheaper 3 decades ago. She says residents going back to 1992 have been overbilled more than $500 million.
I think it's really an opportune time for the city and the water department to really take a look at the rate structure and make sure that the way the billing is currently happening is fair. Should people pay for more water than they're using? Absolutely not.
She says the next step to her is a class action lawsuit against MSD.
I think the burden is too great for the residents of the city of St. Louis to continue bearing.
First Alert 4 Investigates also found the city has nothing on the books requiring meters installed for new construction or if you do significant renovations. Because the water division is city-owned, that would require the Board of Aldermen and the mayor's office to take action. In downtown, David Amalotti, First Alert 4 Investigates.
And if you have concerns about your water and waste bills or another story idea, reach out to us at investigates@firstalert4.com.